Alrighty. So, by the way, ready to go?
Am indeed.
All right. All right. Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I am your host, Andrew Moto here, and I'm here with Detective UwU. Detective, how are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you doing, Andrew?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. So, now you know the rules now that you're the contestant of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Let's go over the rules, shall we? But first, all right, Detective. So, let's go over some rules for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, all right? So, you must answer 15 questions to get from $100 to the $1 million. If you are able to reach the $1,000 or the $32,000 mark, you will guarantee to leave with at least that much money. You also have 3 lifelines to help you in case you get stuck on a question. So for this matter, you have the 50-50, ask the audience, and phone a friend. Now, you're going over the rules. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
All right. Now let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? All right, Detective, here's your first question for $100. In Monopoly, what does a player do when he or she throws 3 doubles in a row? Wins, goes to jail, gets $500, cartwheels.
Well, I mean, considering the fact that I've played a game or two of Monopoly with a certain someone over there, in which I can't see him, but it's fine. I mean, it's funny when it happens to JP all the time because, I mean, it doesn't. He usually pays taxes, but it's still funny when it happens. But when you go 3 doubles in a row, I know by heart that you go to jail. So I'm picking B, go to jail.
Final answer?
Yes.
He says go to jail, and you are correct. All right, Detective. Next question, $200. What is normally stored in an arsenal? Wheat, wool, weapons, whistles.
The only arsenal I've heard of is the soccer club arsenal, but that's obviously not what we're talking about here.
Nope.
Let's see. Arsenal. Anywhere would store whistles. I don't think it's that. You could see that as a place to store weapons, and that kind of does sound like. It does sound like something that would store weapons. I'm gonna go with C, weapons. Because I feel like the other two would also just like.
Your final answer?
Yes.
All right, he's going with weapons, and it's definitely within your arsenal because that is correct.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't think the other two would be stored in arsenal. It just doesn't sound right.
Yeah, like nothing like a whistle arsenal. All right, here's your next question for $300. Who is Mr. Hyde's more respectable other half? Mrs. Hyde, Dr. Gilmore, Dr. Finlay, Dr. Jekyll.
It's by heart for 2 reasons. One, I've heard of this. I've heard of the show or movie, whatever it's called. Second of all, one of my favorite songs is this title. And it is by my heart. You can't have high without your Jekyll. So I'm going D, Jekyll, Dr. Jekyll.
Final answer?
Yes.
And you are indeed correct. All right, Detective, next question for $500. Here it is. Andrew Lloyd Webber wrote a musical called The Phantom of the what? Opera, pantomime, ballet, mask.
Well, I mean, I think we've all heard of this before, and based on like throughout time and all of that. A. Opera.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Indeed, fan of the opera. You are correct. All right, so far so good. So your next question is $1,000. You get this question right, you guarantee to win at least that much money. Here it is. Leaves of Three, Let It Be describes what outdoor plant? Trillium, pennyroyal, poison ivy, bee balm.
So I think I've heard of this before. Because I remember like all the time, as a kid, I'd go outside and play, and one of the things I've been warned was this: leaves of three, let it be. And I'm pretty sure that was a saying for how to stay clear of poison ivy. So I'm going with C, poison ivy.
Final answer? Leaves of Three, let it be. Please keep that poison ivy away from me. You are correct. All right, detective, you are on a great start so far. Third of the way through to the million. Still got all three of your lifelines. You're in great shape. You ready to go for the next set of questions?
Indeed, I am.
All right, let's do it. For $2,000, what is the last letter of the Greek alphabet? Omega, epsilon, delta, C.
Beta. But the other two.
We've all heard of, yeah. We've all heard of Omega.
I'll have. For my first lifeline, use the first 50. The one as the 50-50 to eliminate half of these.
So you want to use your 50-50 hot lifeline?
Yes.
All right, he's using his 50-50. Computer, please take away 2 of the wrong answers, please, leaving detective only 1 wrong answer and the correct answer. Well, don't know if this helps you or not.
Alrighty.
Omega or epsilon?
So I think I know what it is because I think one of the ones I've been familiar with were the last one, and epsilon is not one that I'm exactly familiar with. Omega, I'm definitely familiar with. And if my kind of weird logic is correct, I'm going with A, Omega.
Is that your final answer? All right, he's going with Omega. And you are correct. Well, that lifeline certainly helped you. All right, so your next question is for $4,000, and here it is. Which of these birds do not appear in the 12 Days of Christmas? Doves, hens, robins, swans.
Okay, so I've heard of this one before. The first one I know for sure because the turtle doves are definitely, I know by heart, the part of the song. The three, though, I'm trying to remember. Because I think hens was the third one. The third day Grinches, the French hens. So it's between robins and swan.
Got 2 lifelines, but you still got 2 lifelines that could help you. So you can either phone a friend to talk to an individual that could try to help you out, or you can ask the audience to see if they could vote and help you get the correct answer.
Because I think I remember one of them. I forget it was seventh. Like, was it something of swimming? And I feel like swans would be mentioned for that instead of robins. So the ones that did not appear, C, robins.
You're gonna go with C, robins.
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
Out of all the birds that are not in there, it is robins. You are correct.
Okay, I was just like, wait, is it actually swans? I got nervous for a second.
Yeah, that was tricky. Hey, some people think it was an easy question, but hey, it could have been a stumper. All right, so the next question is worth $8,000, and here is your question. Which gas acts as a shield against the sun's ultraviolet radiation? Nitrogen, ozone, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide.
So, except the most amount of our atmosphere. CO2, but that doesn't sound right. So that I know, like, deadly gas. I highly doubt that would be it. But let's see. Ozone.
We got two of your lifelines.
I haven't talked a lot about ozone in classes, but I don't think we brought dioxide or CO2 being from UV rays. Plus, I think the ozone layer of our atmosphere does serve a purpose in. So I'm gonna go with B, ozone.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Indeed, the ozone layer protects the sun against the ultraviolet radiation. You are correct.
Okay. I don't know why my mind went to CO2 for a second. I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound right.
Oh no. To be honest, I kind of knew that from the get-go.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
I studied all this in 7th grade science. What do you want from me? All right. Next question worth $16,000. Here it is. Before George Washington was the first American president, what was he? A governor, an army general, a sea captain, a king.
One of my favorite topics of history to talk about.
Same
general.
Here.
He led the Continental Army.
I just love studying it.
Yeah, he led the Continental Army against Great Britain during the American Revolution. And it did earn him that presidency with this victory. And he was doubted many times throughout it because of his lack of victories, but he was able to get it done in the end. So I'm going with B, an army general.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right. Well, you are indeed correct, because Britain, you can kick your butts all the way back across the Atlantic because George Washington defeated your asses. That is correct.
Let's go, baby. He had the victorious George in the war. George Washington.
The victorious George. Oh, I like that. The victorious George. All right, detective. You are one question away. You are going for $32,000, and if you get this question correct, you will leave with that at least that much money. So here's your $32,000 question. Oh, and speaking of England, what are Kellogg's Frosted Flakes called in England? Frosted Flakes, Frosties, Tiger Treats, Flakies.
Because I see Frosted Flakes up there. I'm like, I know England and America always like butt heads about like what stuff is called, but sometimes that's not
true. No, you're wrong. You still got two of your lifelines.
I feel like it's either a trick question.
It sounds disgusting.
you get in your hair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right.
England and America always means different things, like or I guess the fact that America is so different from everyone else in calling shit stuff. I mean, heck, we call football soccer. So I'm gonna go with
not wrong.
Frosties.
You're gonna go for it without using a lifeline. So you're gonna go with B, Frosties. Is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
As we here in America call it Frosted Flakes, England calls it Frosties. You are correct.
God, it was not a trick question. Oh God, I would have lost it if it was.
All right. Well, you are now 2/3 of the way through for the million, detective. 10 questions down, 5 more to go. You still got your phone a friend and ask the audience lifelines. You're still in solid shape. So here we go. Your next question is worth $64,000. And here it is. What is the name of Garfield's kitten rival in Jim Davis comic strip? Odie. John. Woodstock. Normal.
Okay, I was nervous for a second because I couldn't exactly remember it by exactly what it was, but based on the other options, I know immediately what it is. Odie's the dog. It's not him. John is the owner. It's not him. Woodstock is the name of a bird from a different comic, Peanuts, which I absolutely adore. So it's not Woodstock.
Me too.
And when I saw Nermal come up, I'm like, it's Nermal. Like, I recognize that name from, even if I didn't remember it right off the bat, I recognize that name. So I'm going D, Nermal.
Yo, everything you just said was exactly correct because Normal is the correct answer. I'll be quite honest, that was probably one of the easiest $64,000 questions you can ever get.
Me, it wasn't until I saw the answers.
All right, well, 11 down, 4 to go. Your next question's worth $125,000. Let's take a look. What does the letter S stand for in the financial abbreviation FTSE? Share. Savings. Stock. Symbol.
I think I'm going to use one of my lifelines here. I'm going to ask the audience what they think the answer is.
So you're going to use the ask the audience lifeline.
Yes.
And that's what you want to use?
Yes.
Okay. All right, audience. Here we go. All right, audience. Detective needs your help. So as you see, I will click on an icon on my screen, and as I do that, your keypads will show up. You will vote A, B, C, or D. So you may start right now.
It's over here. Now I'm looking at them.
All right, I'll give you another 10 seconds. All right, well, it seems like the majority of our audience has gone with C, stock. Now the question is, do you have faith in your audience to believe that that is the correct answer?
Last time I played this, I did not believe my audience, and I ended up getting it wrong. Plus, it's an overwhelming majority saying stock. Oh.
More than half.
I feel like certain people in the audience would know if it meant stock or not. So I'm gonna trust my audience this time around, and I'm gonna go C, stock.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
With this abbreviation, FTSE stands for the Financial Times Stock Exchange. You are correct.
I'm an idiot this time. I actually believe my audience.
You believe your eyes this time. Yep. All right, detective. You have one lifeline left. You are 3 questions away from the million, with the $250,000 question standing right in your way. So here's your question. Which of these rocks is classified as igneous? Basalt, limestone, sandstone, slate.
Talking about like rocks back in the day. It's been so long, dude. Oh my god. I'm still trying to remember what the definition of a igneous rock is.
So just remember, you have $125,000. If you get it right, you win $250,000. If you get it wrong, you lose $93,000, and you'll be heading back down to $32,000. You're gonna go for it. You're gonna go straight for it. Not even give a second thought. So you're gonna say A, basalt.
Yes.
Is that your final answer? You see, normally I would say that going for it was the wrong thing to do. However, based on your confidence, basalt is correct.
Just say it was either basalt or slate. I'm like, oh my god. Dude, I'm shaking in this chair right now.
That is impressive. That was very impressive. All right, detective. You got one more question standing in your way for the $1 million. So your next question is for $500,000, where you still got that phone a friend lifeline. So here it is for $500,000. What country marches last in the opening procession of the Olympics? The smallest one, the current host, the previous host, the largest one.
So originally I thought it was gonna be Greece because they were hosts of they always held the original Olympics, but obviously they're not on there. I don't think it's the smallest or the largest. It just doesn't make sense for it. Previous hosts, I don't think would make sense in a thing like this. Common theme of always going like introducing yourself last to the audience. Like you hardly ever see like in sporting events home teams introducing themselves first. They always like are introduced last to bring up the hype for it stuff. So So it could be a trick and it could be the previous one. But I'm gonna go with my gut and say B, the current host. His marches in last.
You're gonna go. So you're gonna save your lifeline. You're gonna save your lifeline, and you're gonna go with the current host.
Yes.
I gotta say this, detective. Is that your final answer?
Confident, but I feel kind of confident that it's the current host. So yes, it is my final answer.
Oh, okay. One time I saw a replica of the 1936 Olympic torch that was held in Germany. And reading that little piece of history, I found out that the country that marches last in the opening procession of the Olympics is indeed the current host. You are correct.
To be fair, who cares about like a small country like worldwide, and who would care if like who's the largest? Like it doesn't make sense to me.
Exactly. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right, detective. Here's where we stand right now. You are 14 questions in, one final question to go, and you got one lifeline left, which is the phone a friend. Are you ready to potentially become a millionaire?
Yes, I am.
All right. Here we go. Here's your $1 million question. Which animal is pictured along with the sleeping gypsy in Henry Rousseau's painting of the same name? Lion, leopard, lamb, horse.
In names. If it was, I thought I had my answer, but I'm not sure now. I don't think horse makes sense. I do not think leopard makes sense.
So,
It's
right,
either
let me
between
put it
a
this way.
lion or a lamb.
So let me put it this way, Detective. This is where we stand right now, okay? If you go for it and you get the question right, you win the $1 million. If you get it wrong, you lose $468,000 and you'll be dropped back down to $32,000. However, you have the option to walk away and win $500,000. But you still got that phone a friend lifeline.
To put it in perspective for the viewers watching this, I had a similar scenario like this where I felt it was a 50-50 during a previous game. It was the most recent game I played of this. Which was the
and I was the host.
Yeah, which was the poll the audience, ask the audience. It was split, and I just had to go for it, and I ended up getting it wrong. Or instead of walking away, I ended up going for it.
Yep.
And I ended up getting it wrong.
Yep.
This again is just like, but I am gonna use that final lifeline. Just to see.
You're gonna use the phone a friend. You are gonna use that phone a friend lifeline. Okay. So you are gonna use that phone a friend lifeline. So who do you wanna who do you wanna call that you think can provide you with the correct answer? Is there any particular person in mind that you want to reach out to?
So I've got a very special friend on the line, which I think may be able to help me.
Okay. What's her name? Yes, hello.
Hello.
Hi? Oh,
hello. Hello, Bella.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, Bella. Andrew Moto here from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I am doing fantastic, thank you. I got your good friend Detective here with you. So he's won $500,000.
Hi.
And he's going for the $1 million. He needs your help to get there. So, Detective,
right.
as soon as you start asking this question, I will start the timer. You have 30 seconds for Bella to help you answer the question. As soon as the clock reaches 0, you will automatically be disconnected, and Bella will be no longer able to help you. Okay? All right, Bella. So when Detective starts asking the question, I will start the timer.
Hey, Blue, listen carefully.
Got it.
Which animal is pictured along with the sleeping gypsy in Henry Rousseau's painting of the same name? Is it lion, leopard, lamb, or horse?
I'll be real. I have never seen the painting myself, but I think it's a lion. Lamb is obviously not it. I don't picture it, but I have a gut feeling it's lion. I'm not sure, but that's all I can give you. Good luck, Detective.
Okay. Alrighty. Thank you, Blue.
All right. So Bella she was leaning it towards lion, but she didn't sound too confident or 100% sure, but that's what she was leaning towards. Now, run this by you again. You get it right, you win the $1 million. Get it wrong, you lose $468,000. You drop back down to $32,000, or you can walk away and win $500,000.
Also, going into this, because I said at the beginning when the answers were revealed, like, oh, they're not cats. Otherwise, I feel like I would know what the answer is. I'm also thinking lion, and peering from what Blue had to say, I think lion, but I'm not. But neither of us are the most confident in our answers. Is the problem?
Now the big question is, do you trust yourself and trust Bella enough to go for it? Because you were, like I said, you were in the same scenario last time, and it didn't go so well. So this is your opportunity for redemption. However, you can either go for it or you can play it safe. But that decision all comes down to you.
It would be so simple to walk away. It would be, but the fact that if I walk away now, and indeed it is mine, I don't know what I'd have to say for myself. I don't know. Like, it would be such a missed opportunity.
Sounds like you want to go for it.
As it drives PTSD into me, I'm gonna go say a lion.
All right, detective. I will ask this one final time for this round. Is that your final answer?
Trust you with this. Yes, it is my final answer.
You know, they say this painting, that the gypsy in deep sleep under the moonlight sky, symbolizes both innocence and vulnerability. However, when it comes to Bella and that phone call you had, the power of friendship commences. You are correct! Congratulations, detective. You are now officially a millionaire.
Oh my god, there it is too. There's the check.
Well, congratulations, detective.
I helped you get there. I helped you. Look at me. Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Blue, I'll give you 10% of
Detective,
that.
you want
for helping
detective,
you
you
out.
want detective.
No, it
Detective. Detective.
Hey.
Here, I'll hold on to this.
Hold on. Let me do it. Let me do it. He's stealing it.
He's money.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
I will
here's your
admit,
check.
even for me as the host,
Here's
that
your
was
check.
intense.
Joe.